Everyone, and welcome for a new video in my channel. In today's video, I wanted to cover the 101 of Eureka and to explain you the first zone and the particularity of this instance. I will be covering different topics in this video, like the how to unlock the instance, why doing Eureka, and some general compositions and stuff that can differ of the different other modes that you can find in Final Fantasy XIV. So let's directly start on the why. So the why, Eureka was accessible after Stormblood, and you can find some really cool mounts like this one, the Red Yeti that you can find on the third instance of Eureka, the third zone of Eureka. You can also get a Tyrannosaur on the first map, this one. And you can also get the Ozma Ball mount at the last instance of Eureka that I didn't got yet, but I will probably get it this weekend. Additional reasons to farm Eureka, you can access the relic, so you have a set of relic that can be farmed in Eureka, and you can also get the shiny armors that are part of Eureka. So I'm probably sure that you saw some people with some really shiny armors like the paladins or the warriors or these kind of jobs, and every jobs have the armors, but you can also farm the shiny armors in Eureka. So it's a really big deal if you want to have really cool glamours on top of the mounts that you can farm in Eureka. I think Eureka was made to kind of remember the Final Fantasy XI game. So in Eureka you will find a lot of gear that is coming from Final Fantasy XI, like my body that you can see right here. It's the Vermilion cloak that you could get in Final Fantasy XI, but you will also get items like the speed belt or the scorpion harness or the optical hat or all these kind of gear that were pretty mythical in the Final Fantasy game, 11 game, sorry. How to unlock it? First, you need to reach level 70 in your main character, and you need to complete the main quest scenario of Stormblood, and you will have to discuss with an NPC in Ral's Reach. I will put the link to the NPC on the descriptions below if you want to start to access Eureka. So Eureka is decomposed in 4 different zones. You have Anemos, the zone that I'm currently in, Pagos, Pyros, and Hydratos. And at the end of Hydratos, you will be able to go to an instance that's called BA that will, it's a really big challenge where you need to kill a lot of notorious monsters that will give you some mounts and really good items that can make you rich really fast. So the general compositions of Eureka. Eureka, it's 4 different zones as I was mentioning, and you will be able to find different notorious monsters all across the zone. So this notorious monster can be popped at specific time, so you'll have some cooldown. They cannot pop every 5 minutes. They have some cooldowns depending on the different notorious monsters, and you will usually find in the chat some people that are asking for a tracker. So a tracker, it's a link to a website where someone is trying to manage the timer when the monster is gonna pop and when the monster is getting killed to make sure that everyone is preparing the correct monsters. You will also see on the chat people saying prep party, looking for a prep party. Prep means preparations party. Because when the notorious monster is ready to be popped, you will have to go to specific zone of the map and you will have to kill some specific monsters to be able to pop the notorious monster. So sometimes people are getting together to kill the monster faster and to pop the notorious monster as fast as they can. The other thing in Eureka that is really particular to Eureka is the Magia melder, and you will see this thing in the 4th zone. and you will discover it in Anemos. It's the first one. So the Magia Melder, it's a way of getting an increase of power in attack or in defense against specific type, elemental type of monsters. So as you can see on my screen, I have 5 different magia seeds that are linked to this element. You can get the 5 directly on the first zone of Anemos. When you will start, you will see Drill. It's an NPC that you will have to talk with, and he will give you a set of quests in the 4 different zones. And in Anemos, every time you are talking with him, you will be able to get 1 additional Magia seed, up to 5. You can also get 2 additional ones. To get the 2 additional ones, you will first need to go to the 3rd zone, that is Pyros, and Hydratos, that is the 4th zone. And in this zone, you will have different notorious monsters that will give you items. So it will be 3 items per map to be able to trade it to an NPC that you can find on every zone of Eureka, and to get the 6th and the 7th Magia seeds. You can also buy these items in the market board, but they are really expensive. Like for example, the one from Pyros on my server, you will have to spend around 8 million gils to be able to get the 3 items. So now let's explain you the purpose of these elemental skills. When you will enter Eureka for the first time, you will start here and you will see the first monster that is a level 1 elemental, and it's a squib. So when you will start in Eureka for the first time, you will be level 1 elemental. It's a different level system that you currently have on the website, on the game. And you will start from level 1 and you will have to level up. Every zone is capped to a specific level. So Anemos is capped to level 20. The second one is, I think, level 35. The third level is level 50. And the last one is level 60. So as you can see, I'm already level 60, so I'm capped at 20. So for the squib, as you can see, it's elemental water. And on the right side of my screen, I can select to put my Magia seeds into this element that will give me a boost of 5 Magia seeds against this type of monster. Or otherwise, if I fight monsters that are a little bit stronger than me, I could set my Magia board to defensive. So if I do that, it will change the 5 Magia seeds to water to be at the same element than the monster to get a positive effect in defensive approach. And you saw that I did burn 1 recharge of my Magia board because I switched the element that I want to focus on. So now if I fight this monster, I will have a bonus in defense, but I can also switch it back to attack. As I mentioned, you will lose 1 every time you are trying to change monsters, but you have 2 ways of getting back this count to 5. The first one is just to wait. As you can see, the jauge is already like going up. And the second way is to kill monster, and it will accelerate a little bit more to get your jauge coming back and getting you back some stuff. So be careful when you want to change your elements, because you can do it only 5 times in a row, and after you'll have to wait a little bit before getting the recharge again. The last thing that I wanted to cover in this video to give you the basics of Eureka. First, try to get in a party as soon as you can. If you want to level up a level up party that is just killing monster, try to be with people that are around your level. So if you are, for example, level 5, try to be with people between level 3 to 7. So 2 levels different, because if you are with people that are really too high compared to your level, they will just kill your exp and you will not get much from it. So try to be around the same level than other people that you have in your party for killing monster, like basic monsters. And the second thing that you should do is try to get in a party to do every fate that you can do. So I don't know if I will see a fate popping during this video, but in Anemos, you have 20 different fates that can pop with different level of monster, of notorious monsters. So even if you are level 5 and one of them is level 20 fates, you should go there, you should get a party, go there, and you will see that the experience that you will get from the fates are much, much, much higher than just killing monster randomly in the zone. The second tips that I wanted to give you, and it will be the last one, is to do your challenge log. So the logs, you can find it here in the challenge log area. And every week, you will see these achievements resetting. So you will get money, not much, and exp. So you see that on my screen it's 0 because I already reached the level 60 and I cannot make any experience for Eureka for now. But when I wasn't level 60, the experience that you can get as a reward to accomplish this challenge log are really crazy, like crazy. They are super high. So do them every week as soon as they reset. In this challenge log, something that you need to consider is the first ones are pretty straightforward to understand, like ice or lightning aspected enemies. So you need to kill ice or lightning enemies to be able to achieve these fates. So 30 of them here and 60 of them right here. The only particularity that you will see is at the end of the challenge log, they are mentioning sprites and ashkins. So the ashkins are monsters that will pop only during the night. I will put a map in the description below where you will be able to see all the locations of every monsters of the map. You will also find the locations of the quest that you need to make on every zone of Eureka. But the ashkins will only appear during the night, so they should be up right now. You see we have one here, the Val Revenant. It's one of them. And if it's day, you will not see them right here. So they don't have the name of ashkins, they have other names. So it's why sometimes it's a little bit difficult to find them. The second one is the sprite. So the sprites, they are elemental. So when the day is like thunder or rainy or this kind of weather, you will see that the sprites will like appear. And these ones are super easy to find because they are elemental. So sprites is directly on their name. So you cannot confuse them. You will see the sprites when they will pop. And you will have to kill them to get the reward. And I think that's kind of it for this video of 101. What I will try to do now is to do complementary videos for the additional zones. So I think I will do one video for Pagos and one for Pyros, because this map can be a little bit complex and they have different variations that you will not find in Anemos. And I will probably create videos that are specifically dedicated for the weapons and for the armors, because I didn't mention that at the start of the video, but the shiny armors that you can get on Final Fantasy XIV can be found in Eureka, can be farmed in Eureka. So yeah, that's kind of it for the video. If you have any questions or stuff that you would like me to mention or to do as a guide, feel free to put the descriptions on the descriptions below. And I will try to do my best to create content that you like to do. And if you are not already part of the channel, feel free to subscribe, put a little like, and see you in the next video. Thank you everyone. Bye bye.